Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And today I am using Self-Care Cards by Cheryl Richardson. Okay, so let's get started with the first card, which represents Monday and Tuesday of this week. And we've got Courage. And the message on the back says, "Take the leap, your courage will see you through." Okay, so as we enter into this week, it's going to be important to really get in touch with our inner lion or inner lioness. So that part of ourself that is really brave and fierce and is willing to fiercely defend our need for self-care and taking care of ourselves. And as I look at this card, I think of cats and how cats behave and how hedonistic cats are, and how they, I mean, all animals are this way, and that they always seek pleasure and take time to nap in the sun and stretch and things like that. So I feel like the message in this card is to take time for self-care, and this might actually mean that you have to be quite courageous and almost, I don't want to say aggressive, but fiercely assertive in defending that need for time out or whatever self-care looks like for you. So don't hold back this week, and there might be some strong temptations to make concessions to please others this week. And it might be really tempting to do that, only because on the surface it feels like that is sort of the path of least resistance, to just make choices and decisions that will appease others and kind of avoid conflict. And what I'm getting from this card is that you don't want to do that, because what might seem like the easiest choice on the surface is going to cause more problems for you later on if you don't, listen to your intuition and go with your gut. So the message in this card is that sometimes, you have to make difficult choices that aren't necessarily going to please everyone. And sometimes it might just please yourself and no one else. And sometimes that's okay. So I guess to sum it up, you really want to go with your gut this week. And you're going to be faced with having to make decisions or choices that are going to affect things, later on through the week or through the month. And you want to go with what feels right for you, and don't just make certain choices, to please others or to appease other people. You want to go with what you really truly want. This is about getting in touch with your truth and being able to speak your truth. Okay, so moving on to the middle of the week, to Wednesday and Thursday. We have the card that says wait, and the message is honor your resistance. Sometimes no action is the best action of all. Okay. So what I'm getting from this card is that, I think this card is going to slip down as soon as I bring my hand away. The middle of the week is a good time for inaction and kind of taking a breather. And as I said with the beginning of the week, you might be faced with a decision or a choice. You either want to make it at the beginning of the week or wait till the end of the week, because the middle of the week is a time to kind of wait it out. Take some time to think things over, and it's a good time for inaction. And a lot can happen during that time of inaction. I'm just going to turn the card around because I want to see what it said. Honor your resistance, right? Okay. So what I'm getting from this card, it's a woman in like a really dark forest. To me, this feels like it's about going within. So, meditation and, you know, reflecting. But as the card suggests, it says, honor your resistance. And I feel like all of us could benefit from just noticing where we feel resistance in our lives right now. So asking yourself, what am I not doing, or what am I resisting right now? And I feel like that is going to bring you some really powerful insights into what's kind of going on in your life and how things are working for you. It's funny because I'm a big fan of, you know, writing to-do lists and making goals. And every now and then I look over my, you know, my goal sheets and my to-do lists, and I notice that certain tasks, you know, never seem to get done. And often, you know, a year or two later when I look at that and I see, you know, the things that I really resisted, oftentimes it was a good thing. Like, I'm glad I didn't, you know, create that or write that particular article, because it no longer really reflects, you know, what's important to me. So sometimes we resist things that we fear, and so sometimes resistance can really hold us back, and other times it can be there to protect us. So so the middle of the week is all about honoring your resistance. So don't try to push through things. Don't try to force yourself to do anything. Don't try to force yourself to be more action oriented or to get more done. This is the time to really honor that resistance. Okay, so moving on to the weekend. And I know as soon as I take my hands away, all these cards are just gonna collapse. Oh, they didn't. Okay. So the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got reflect. And the message says, keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. So that's a beautiful message. And it's all about being aware of your surroundings and noticing the good things in your life. And noticing the good things in, you know, the small things that can be seemingly insignificant, but are, you know, powerful nonetheless. Okay, so the weekend, actually I feel like this card is, in a way, the message is similar to the Wait card, in that both of them are sort of about reflection and reflecting and going within and being really contemplative, which kind of goes against, you know, I know right now, is, you know, during the holidays, a lot of people are really, really busy and don't have a lot of free time and tend to have a lot of their time taken up with, you know, rushing around to different social events and shopping and stuff like that and baking or whatever. But it's really important to take some time to be reflective and to be able to just, you know, sit in silence and stillness. In fact, it's more important, you know, during times where you're really busy and you're really active than any other time of the year. So making sure, especially this weekend, that you have a little bit of downtime and that you do have time to reflect and to just notice those, you know, the wonderful little things that are happening around you that sometimes we can not notice if we're, you know, rushing around and we're really focused on other things. It can be easy to kind of tune out what's going on around us and to not notice those really beautiful things that happen. And I'm just reminded, actually, when I'm looking at this card, if you look at the background, there's this beautiful lake and there's like a sunrise or sunset or something, and there's mist, and it's just gorgeous. And I remember this one time going for a walk with a friend, and we were walking on this beach trail, and it was so beautiful and the sun was shining, and she spent the whole walk complaining about her problems, and I don't think she noticed like how gorgeous the scenery was. And I said, oh my God, look at the sun, look at the ocean, it's so pretty. And she just totally didn't notice it and just kept talking. And I feel like this card is kind of about that. It's like, don't get so caught up in your problems or, you know, the little tasks in your life that you miss the simple beauty of, you know, what's around you. So don't miss the, you know, the miracle of existence. Yeah, so that has been your weekly oracle card reading, and I hope you found it helpful. My name is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful week.